My name is Dale Galipo, Law Offices of Dale K. Galipo.
My name's Eric Valenzuela. I'm an attorney here at the Law Offices of Dale K. Galipo.
My name is Renée Valentine Masongsong, and I've been with the Law Offices of Dale K. Galipo for about 8.5 years now. We focus almost exclusively on civil rights litigation. This was possibly the biggest case that this firm has ever had.
The case grabbed the public attention, especially in a time when the actions of police officers were under strict scrutiny.
Mrs. and Mr. French, the parents of Kenneth French, they were 3 individuals who were shopping at Costco.
Salvador Sanchez, who's an off-duty police officer, is also there at the Costco. Kenneth suffers from mental illness. Kenneth strikes Salvador Sanchez, and Salvador Sanchez then kind of goes to the ground. He pulls out a weapon and starts firing, fires approximately 10 rounds, striking Paola, Russell, and Kenneth. Kenneth was struck fatally.
There was nothing that predicated this as far as like a detention or arrest or a call for help.
After the shooting, Mr. French was on the ground in excruciating pain. Someone came up to him and said, "Do you want me to pray over you?" He said, "Go pray over my son."
This is a person on a personal shopping errand with his family in a different city, in a different geographical jurisdiction, which was the hugest hurdle throughout the entire case. From its inception to the end of the trial was getting the city on the hook. This complaint had to be drafted in a way to show that the city is responsible for the actions of Salvador Sanchez.
The city decided to fire this officer, and they thought that was enough. He believed he was acting under his official capacity as a police officer. Now, what he did was wrong, and he needs to take responsibility, but the city of Los Angeles also needs to take responsibility.
We send a subpoena out to the city of Corona, the Corona Police Department. We received some materials from the Costco, including a surveillance video that, to our surprise, was taken from quite some distance. There was only one, and it really showed very little of the incident.
We were able to zoom in on the camera and it helped a little. That just kind of showed the dad pushing the son away prior to the shooting. But this surveillance doesn't tell the story. It doesn't really paint the picture of what occurred.
So at that point, we realized how important it was to get DK Global involved and get an animation and kind of clear up that video so that we'd really have some good demonstrative evidence for the trial.
The animations you have to get it admitted into trial, obviously. So it was important that the animators from DK Global were able to work with our forensic pathologist, Dr. Omalu. For those who don't know who Dr. Omalu is, they made a movie about him called Concussion, played by Will Smith. So he's like literally a genius. The guy is beyond brilliant.
Well, it's been a pleasure working with Dr. Omalu. I've worked with him now in like 5 to 10 cases, and he's been very, very good. He's very well-spoken and likable and passionate in front of the juries.
And then working all together, we were able to show in the animation a good visual of the gunshot trajectory, the gunshot wounds, the impacts to the plaintiffs.
I think if they wouldn't have did that, I don't know if we would have been able to get it admitted, so that was critical.
The day before closing arguments, I was able to put on Dr. Omalu and the animation, and those were both new to the jury.
But when they finally saw that visual, I can't even do it justice to describe the reaction on their face. I mean, I literally saw some jaws dropping. You could already picture how horrible that is, but till you actually see it visually with all the details, how the people that were there would have experienced it, that was really powerful. It went to the jury close to lunchtime on Wednesday, and they came back with a verdict a little bit before 5 o'clock. Then they found that the officer acted under color of law, acted within the course and scope, and they awarded a little over $17 million.
Receiving the verdict in this case was particularly gratifying because this family in particular had been through so much, and that's something that was really evident in the animation, and that was so powerful to show the jury.
I would really urge the trial lawyers, my brothers and sisters out there, about using an animation, working with DK Global. If your case is going to settle, it's a recoverable expense, and it's going to enhance the value. If it's going to trial, it's a great thing to have. And contact DK Global early on so that they can guide you and help.